You are not alone. Never, never, never. You're never alone. How is that possible? Well, this is the theme of today's episode. So welcome to today's episode. I'm so glad to have you today. As Christmas is coming, you're maybe wondering, I don't have any people I can spend Christmas with. So how in the world can this be possible? Like, how can I be never alone? This is crazy. This is a crazy idea. And yes, it is a crazy idea. Yesterday, we talked about different ways you could avoid being alone, spending Christmas alone, because we still have 25 days or 24 now. It's December 1st today. Or whatever, or it's still November. It depends where you're watching from. So this is also crazy. We live in this global world. It doesn't matter where you are. You can tune in. I can broadcast from my beautiful cottage, my virtual cottage. This is modern technology. This is so cool. Yeah, welcome. So if you want to have some ideas to not spend Christmas alone, just check out my previous episode. Gives you some ideas. Now, I want to talk about this question: how in the world can you be never alone? Never. This is a crazy idea. And what I understood, there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. And these are two completely different things. And especially as single people, we sometimes feel lonely, but you're in very good company. You're not the only single feeling lonely. And it's not only single people. It's pretty much everyone who feels lonely, also those people who are in a relationship. But let me talk about Christmas, because Christmas is around the corner. And you know what? Christmas, God gave us the biggest Christmas present he could ever possibly do. And this is his son, Jesus. He sends his son, his one and only son, into this world to offer this amazing Christmas present. And let me read a verse. We find it in Matthew chapter 1. And here we learn, behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son. And they shall call his name Emmanuel. So what does this have to do with our loneliness? Watch this. Which means, so Emmanuel means God with us. And this became a reality when Jesus came into this world and died on the cross. This is true. We are never, never, never alone. If you are a follower of Jesus, if you have the Holy Spirit on the inside of you, you're never alone. So I encourage you to embrace that. It's a bit of thought experiment. Yes, I know, because usually our feelings, they don't get it. And we still feel lonely. But these are two different things. So we are never alone because Jesus is with us. He promised just before going back to heaven, I will be with you until the end of the day, or the end of the day and the end of the ages, the end of the world. So Jesus is always with us. He's always here. He's always with you. He's wherever you go, wherever you are, he is with you. So you're never alone. You are not alone. So that's a big game changer as singles. If we realize that we are never alone, we can deal with loneliness in a completely different way. And what I learned is over the years, over the many years, I have been single and I also was in relationships. But what I've learned is solitude is great. And I learned to appreciate it. In the beginning, I could not stand it. I could not stand one entire evening, or let alone an entire weekend alone. And now I appreciate solitude. And I'm not alone. There are other people. There are some well-known people. Let me just give you two quotes. Actually, by the way, I put in my new book, I'm so cool. Isn't it cool? I'm so happy because I've now a copy in Cambodia, printed in Cambodia, and if you live in another country, you can get it on Amazon. So I'm really, really, really happy about that to have finally a copy in my hands. So what I give you one method actually to overcome loneliness and finding happiness, which is learn to appreciate solitude. Because Pablo Picasso said, without great solitude, no serious work is possible. So he understood that we need to spend in solitude. I'm not endorsing or not advocating that you spend years or even months in solitude. No, not at all. And if you can at Christmas, I really encourage you to spend that in community. And as I said yesterday, don't do singleness alone. And also Albert Einstein, he realized the benefit of solitude. He said, I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. And that's exactly my story, because I used to think that it was unbearable. That was unbearable to spend time alone. And now I appreciate it. And I still appreciate the time with other people, obviously. Yes. And I encourage you to do that. But realize that for this Christmas season, you are not alone. You are not alone. And if you're wondering how to get rid of all the confusion, all of these things you are feeling or your unhappiness, I encourage you to click on the link right below here. Get my free preview of my book, and you will learn how to get rid of the myth and also get clarity on your single life. It's totally free. Download it now. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share today. You're not alone. You are in good company. Nevertheless, reach out to other people. You can also reach out to me. I'm running a Facebook group. I'm running online hangouts. Don't do singleness alone. And yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow on another live. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to further continue this question. How can we deal with solitude? How can we deal with these feelings of loneliness? And also in a few days, we're going to talk about online dating, because this is a big topic. I know many of you have a lot of questions. So I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope to see you very soon on another episode. So God bless you.